Hello, radiant souls. Welcome to our haven of calm, where the weight of the world lifts and your heart finds its quiet song. Today, we're embarking on a gentle journey to melt stress and anxiety after 50. Picture this. You're sitting by a still lake, the breeze soft on your skin, your mind clear as the water, no worries tugging at your thoughts. You breathe deeply, and everything feels right. Does that sound like a far-off dream? It's notice a piece you can weave into your days. And I'm here to share 5 relaxation tricks to make it real. After 50, life can feel like a whirlwind. Maybe it's the rush of responsibilities caring for family, navigating changes, or the quiet hum of worries that creep in at night. Stress and anxiety might visit more often, whispering doubts or racing your pulse. It's not just your bodies and minds shift with age, hormones ebb, and the world's noise feels louder. But here's the beautiful truth. You have the power to hush those whispers. The great poet Rumi once said, "Beyond the ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there." That field is your calm. And science agrees simple practices can soothe your nervous system, bringing peace no pill can match. Today, I'll share 5 relaxation tricks, clever, easy moves to melt stress like snow in spring. We'll explore how flowing with movement unwinds your body, how anchoring with breath steadies your heart, how resting in mindfulness clears your thoughts, how warming with connection lifts your spirit, and how sparking with creativity sets you free. These aren't rigid rules or complex rituals. They're little gifts you can open right now, in your own space, at your own rhythm. Stay until the end. The 5th trick might just light up your soul in ways you never imagined. If you're ready to calm your mind and find ease after 50, hit that like button. It's your little spark saying we're in this together. Not subscribed? Click that button and ring the bell. More pieces on its way. And let's make it joyful. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're excited to start, or a 0 if I need to add more magic. Ready to melt stress and anxiety? Let's dive into serenity. Trick number 1. Flow with movement. The first relaxation trick is to flow with movement. No, you don't need to run marathons or twist into pretzel yoga poses. It's about how gentle motion, like a walk in the park or a sway to soft music, can unravel the knots of stress and anxiety. After 50, tension settles in our shoulders, our minds race, but movement is a river that carries it all away, leaving calm in its wake. Think of your body as a willow tree. When it sways with the breeze, it bends without breaking. When you move, you release tightness, your breath deepens, and your mind quiets. Thich Nhat Hanh, the beloved Zen master, once said, "Walk as if you are kissing the earth with your feet." And he was right. Science tells us that movement, even a short stroll, lowers cortisol, that pesky stress hormone, and lifts your mood like sunlight through clouds. It's not about efforts, about flow, letting your body hum a lullaby to your soul. Let me tell you about Eleanor. She's 56, and a few years ago, anxiety was her shadow-racing thoughts at night, a clenched jaw by day. Work had slowed, but worries hadn't, and she felt trapped in her own head. One evening, her neighbor invited her for a walk around the block, just 15 minutes, nothing fancy. Eleanor went, grumbling at first, but the crunch of leaves, the cool air, and her friend's chatter softened something inside. She started walking daily, sometimes alone, sometimes swaying to jazz in her living room. Within weeks, her nights grew quieter, her jaw relaxed, and anxiety felt like a guest who'd overstayed but was finally leaving. It's not magic, it's movement washing stress away. How do you start? It's simpler than a summer breeze. Step outside for 10 minutes. Feel the ground under your feet. Listen to birds. Let your arms swing loose. Or put on a song that lifts your heart and sway. Call it your private dance with life. If you prefer stillness, try a gentle stretch. Roll your shoulders. Reach for the sky. Blow as a waking flower. No gym needed, no pressure, just your flow, your moment. Movement isn't just about calming your mind, it's about rediscovering joy in your body, step by step. Here's a little trick. Pick a time, maybe morning, maybe dusk, and make it your ritual. Walk to a tree you love, or stretch while the kettle hums. If you like company, Invite a friend, let laughter be your rhythm. And if you're indoors, no problem, pace your hallway. Sway by the window. There's no wrong way, only your way. What to avoid? Don't push too hard. A sprint might rev you up, not calm you down. Think gentle, like a stream, not a storm. Try it today. Take a 5-minute walk, sway for a song, or stretch for a minute. It's a small ripple that can smooth your whole day. And if you feel your worries lighten, drop a 1 in the comments. I'd love to hear how movement flowed through you. Trick number 3. Rest in mindfulness. The third relaxation trick is to rest in mindfulness. No, you don't need to sit cross-legged for hours or chase perfect zen. It's about letting your mind settle, like leaves drifting to the ground, so stress and anxiety soften into stillness. After 50, life's worries can pile up: bills, health, family, and your thoughts spin like a carousel. But mindfulness is a gentle hand that slows it down, inviting peace to take root. Imagine your mind as a clear sky, with thoughts floating by like clouds. Some are heavy, some light, but mindfulness teaches you to watch them pass without clinging. Jon Kabat-Zinn, the pioneer of modern mindfulness, once said, "You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf." And he's so right. Science shows that even a few minutes of being present can calm your amygdala, that little corner of your brain that sounds the alarm for stress. It's not about emptying your mind, it's about resting in the moment, soft as a sigh, letting anxiety drift away like a breeze. Let me tell you about Linda. She's 60, a retired nurse who carried the weight of others' pain long after her shifts ended. After retirement, anxiety crept in, sleepless nights filled with what-ifs about her kids, her savings, her health. She tried pills, then podcasts, but nothing stuck until a friend gave her a notebook and said, "Write what you're grateful for." Linda rolled her eyes but tried. If no night. She jotted down 3 things: her cat's purr, a warm coffee, a call from her son. It felt silly, but she kept going. 5 minutes of gratitude, or just noticing the steam from her tea. Slowly, her nights grew quieter, her worries lighter, like clouds parting to show the sky. Now, she starts her day with a moment of presence, and anxiety feels like a guest she can politely show the door. It's not magic, it's mindfulness anchoring her calm. How do you start? It's simpler than a sunrise. Try a 5-minute meditation. Sit somewhere cozy. Close your eyes if you like, and focus on one thing: a sound, like birds outside, or the feel of your breath. When thoughts wander, and they will, smile and bring your focus back, gentle as guiding a child. Or grab a notebook and write 3 things you're grateful for, maybe a sunny window, a kind word, or just being here. If writing's not your thing, pause and notice 5 senses. What do you see, hear, smell, touch, taste? Maybe it's the softness of a blanket or the tang of an orange. Do this once a day, morning, noon, or before bed, and let your mind rest. No special tools, no perfect silence, just your moment, your peace. Mindfulness isn't just about melting stress, it's about rediscovering wonder. When you pause to notice the world, you're not just calming your mind, you're savoring life. The laugh lines on a friend's face, the rustle of leaves, the warmth of your hands. It's a gift that grows with practice, turning anxious moments into chances to breathe. You can do it anywhere: sipping tea, waiting at the doctor's, or lying awake at 2 a.m. And if you like a twist, try a gratitude walk. Step outside and name 3 things you love: the sky, a tree, a memory. It's your sky, your calm. Here's a little trick. Tie it to a habit. After breakfast or before brushing your teeth, pause for a minute of mindfulness. Listen, write, notice. If anxiety flares, steal 30 seconds to name what's around you: clock ticking, chair creaking. It's like a reset button nobody sees. And if you're with others, no worries, do it quietly. Eyes open, letting peace settle in. What to avoid? Don't judge your wandering mind, it's normal, not failure. Think gentle, like coaxing a butterfly, not wrestling a storm. Try it today. Sit for a minute and listen to one sound. Write 3 grateful thoughts, or notice your senses. It's a small pause that can hush a noisy day. And if you feel your heart lighten, Drop a 3 in the comments. I'd love to hear how mindfulness rested your soul. Trick number 4. Warm with connection. The fourth relaxation trick is to warm with connection. No, you don't need to host grand parties or be the loudest voice in the room. It's about how a kind word, a shared laugh, or a quiet moment with someone dear can melt stress and anxiety like a candle, softens the dark. After 50, life can sometimes feel isolating. Kids move away, routines shift, and worries grow heavy, but connection is a hearth that warms your heart, reminding you you're never alone. Picture your soul as a cozy fireplace, flickering brighter with each spark of human kindness. A phone call, a smile, a story shared, they're logs that keep your fire glowing. Maya Angelou, whose words wrap the world in love, once said, "We need each other to become ourselves." And she was so right. Science tells us that connecting with others releases oxytocin, a gentle hormone that soothes your nerves like a warm blanket on a chilly night. It's not about having a crowd, it's about feeling seen, heard, held, even in the smallest moments. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 57, and a few years ago, anxiety became her uninvited guest after her husband passed. Nights were the worst. Her mind raced with fears about the future, her chest tight as if the air had thickened. She'd withdrawn, thinking solitude was safer, but it only fed her stress. One day, a neighbor knocked with a flyer for a knitting circle at the library. Margaret wasn't a knitter, but something nudged her to go. She sat quietly at first, listening to chatter about yarn and grandkids, then laughed when someone dropped a stitch and called it art. That laughter cracked open her heart. She kept going, made a friend, and started calling her sister weekly. Slowly, her nights softened, less racing, more resting, and anxiety felt like a fire that no longer burned out of control. It's not magic, it's connection kindling her calm. How do you start? It's simpler than a shared cup of tea. Pick up the phone and call someone you miss, a friend, a cousin, even a colleague from years past. Ask how they're doing. Share a memory. Let the conversation flow for 10 minutes. Or try a small group. Check your local library for a book club, a gardening meetup, or a walking bunch. If groups aren't your thing, wave to a neighbor and chat about the weather. 5 minutes can spark a glow. And here's a sweet trick. Do one kind act a week. Write a thank you note, bake an extra cookie for someone, or help with a small errand. It's like tossing kindling on your hearth, warming you both. No need for grand gestures, just your presence, your spark. Connection isn't just about easing stress, it's about rediscovering joy in others. When you laugh over a silly story, you're not just talking, you're weaving threads of belonging. That time you danced at a wedding, that joke only they get. These moments settle in your heart, softening anxiety's sharp edges. You can do it anywhere, over coffee, on a park bench, or even in a quick text that says, "Thinking of you." And if you're shy, start 10 a smile at the cashier. Ask how their day's going. It's your fire, your warmth. Here's a little trick. Make it a ritual. Maybe every Sunday you call a friend, or Tuesdays you stroll with a neighbor. If anxiety creeps in, reach out a text, a note, because connection pulls you back to shore. And if you're busy, no problem, fit it into cracks of your day, like seasoning a meal with love. What to avoid? Don't let isolation build. While solitude is fine, but loneliness feeds stress like wind fans flames. You don't need to be everyone's buddy, just find 1 or 2 souls who light you up. Try it today. Call someone for 5 minutes. Say hi to a neighbor, or write a kind note. It's a small ember that can warm your whole day. And if you feel your worries fade, drop a 4 in the comments. I'd love to hear how connection glowed for you. Trick number 5. Spark with creativity. The 5th relaxation trick is to spark with creativity. No, you don't need to paint like Picasso or write a novel by dawn. It's about how a doodle, a hum, or a few scribbled words can untangle stress and anxiety, like a knot loosening under gentle hands. After 50, worries can feel like heavy chains, locking your mind in loops, but creativity is a key that sets you free, letting your spirit dance in colors and rhythms all your own. Picture your heart as a canvas, anxiety a smudge you can brush away with each stroke of imagination. A sketch, a story, Attuner, sparks that light up your mind, pushing stress to the edges. Julia Cameron, the guide behind The Artist's Way, once said, "Creativity is the hand that heals." And she's so right. Science tells us that when you create, your brain shifts gears, moving from worry's tight grip to the open fields of joy and flow. It's not about being good at, it's about playing, letting your inner child giggle and anxiety slip away like sand through your fingers. Let me tell you about David. He's 62, a retired accountant who always loved numbers but never thought he had a creative bone in his body. After a health scare, anxiety moved in restless nights, a mind replaying worst-case scenarios. He tried walks and tea, but the worry clung. One day, his daughter left a sketchpad on his table, half joking. "Draw something, Dad." David scoffed, but picked up a pencil, tracing the outline of his childhood home from memory: the porch, the oak tree, the creaky gate. It wasn't art gallery stuff, but it felt good, like a weight lifting. He kept going, doodling old trips, humming songs from his teens, even jotting silly poems about his dog. Slowly, his nights grew calmer, his days lighter, and anxiety felt like a storm that had passed. It's not magic, it's creativity sparking his peace. How do you start? It's simpler than a child's laugh. Grab a piece of paper and doodle for 10 minute scribbles, swirls, or the shape of a tree. No judgment allowed. Or write a memory in 3 sentences. Where you were, what you saw, how it felt, maybe a beach walk or a family dinner. If music's your thing, hum a tune you love, tap a rhythm on the table, or whistle something silly. No need for skill or tools, just a pen, a voice, or your hands. Try it once a day after lunch, before bed, or when stress creeps in. It's your canvas, your spark. Creativity isn't just about easing anxiety, it's about rediscovering you. When you draw a wonky flower, you're not just making lines, you're telling your worries, "Not now, I'm playing." It's a moment of freedom, where the world feels brighter, like a window flung open. You can do it anywhere: in a notebook, on the couch, singing in the shower, or daydreaming a story while stirring soup. And if you want a twist, try a memory sketch. Close your eyes, picture a happy place, then draw or describe it. It's your art, your calm. Here's a little trick. Make it a ritual. Maybe every evening you doodle while the television hums, or mornings you hum a song while coffee brews. If anxiety spikes, pause for a 1-minute spark, scribble a shape. Sing a line, it's like a deep breath for your soul. And if you're with others, no problem, share it. Doodle with a grandkid. Sing with a friend. What to avoid? Don't aim for perfect. Bad art calms just as well. Think playful, like splashing in a puddle, not chasing a prize. Try it today. Doodle for 5 minutes. Write 3 lines. Or hum a melody. It's a small spark that can light up your day. And if you feel your stress fade, drop a 5 in the comments. I'd love to hear how creativity danced through you. Conclusion. And here we are, dear friends, at the end of our journey, but really, it's just the beginning of your calm after 50. We've wandered through 5 relaxation tricks, each a gentle key to unlock peace, melting stress and anxiety like morning dew under a kind sun. Let's gather them one last time, like stars in a night sky, and see how they light your path to serenity. First, we learn to flow with movement. It's the walk around your block, the sway to a soft tune, the stretch that loosens your shoulders, a river washing tension away. Remember Eleanor, who found calm in evening strolls, her anxiety fading with each step. Her body taught her peace, and yours can too, one gentle move at a time. Then, we discovered how to anchor with breath. It's the 4-7-8 rhythm, or a slow belly breath, steadying your heart when worries storm. Paul, the teacher, tamed his panic with a few counted exhales, turning chaos into calm. Your breath is waiting, ready to be your anchor whenever you need it. Next, we explored resting in mindfulness. It's the pause to hear a bird, the gratitude scribbled in a notebook, the moment you notice life's texture, a sky clearing of clouds. Linda, the nurse, quieted her racing mind with 3 thankful thoughts each night, and her calm grew roots. Your mind can rest too. finding stillness in the smallest moments. We warmed our hearts with connection, the phone call to a friend, the laughter in a knitting circle, the kind note slipped to a neighbor hearth glowing brighter with each spark. Margaret, who thought her joy was lost, found it again among new friends, her anxiety softened by their warmth. Your connections are out there, ready to light your way. Finally, we sparked with creativity, the doodle on a napkin, the hummed melody, the memory written in 3 lines a canvas where stress fades. David, the accountant, sketched his childhood home and watched his worries shrink, replaced by play. Your creativity is a flame, waiting to dance and free your soul. These 5 tricks flow: anchor, rest, warm, spark care, not heavy tasks or distant dreams. They're gifts you can unwrap today, tools to craft a calmer you. After 50, life might throw curveballs, change, loss, or just the weight of time. But your power to find peace grows stronger with every step you take. The great poet Mary Oliver once asked, "Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?" Science whispers alongside her. Practices like movement, breathing, and connection rewire your brain for calm, soothing stress in ways that last. Your wild, precious life deserves that calm, and you're already holding the brush to paint it. What does this mean for you? It means tomorrow can start with a single choice. Maybe you'll walk for 10 minutes, feeling the breeze lift your mood, or pause for 5 deep breaths when the day feels heavy. Perhaps you'll write 3 things you love: the sun, a smile, a memory, or call a friend to share a laugh. Maybe you'll doodle a flower, no matter how wonky, and grin at your own daring. You don't need to do it all, just pick one trick, the one that hums in your heart. It's not a race, it's a melody, and you choose the notes. Imagine this. A week from now, you notice your shoulders aren't so tight, your sleep a little deeper. A month from now, anxiety feels less like a bully and more like a breeze you can wave away. This isn't a fantasy, it's the calm you're building, moment by moment, trick by trick. You're not just chasing peace, you're creating it. And every step is a victory, every breath a triumph. I believe in you, your strength, your spark, your wild heart. After 50, you're not alone in this. We're a chorus of souls, each finding calm in our own way, cheering each other on. Your worries don't define you. Your courage does. And every time you try a trick, you're painting a brighter picture of you. So, what's your first move? Will you flow with a walk, letting the world soothe you? Anchor with a breath, steadying your core? Rest in a mindful pause, savoring life's pulse? Warm with a call, kindling your heart? Or spark with a doodle, setting your spirit free? Drop it in the comments. Put a 1 for movement, 2 for breath, 3 for mindfulness, 4 for connection, 5 for creativity, or just share what's calling you. Your story might light someone else's way. Let's calm our minds together. If this journey stirred something in you, hit that like button. It's your little nod that we're connected in this quest for peace. Subscribe and ring the bell. More tricks for calm are on their way. Thank you for walking this path with me. You're radiant, and your 50s are a canvas for serenity. Stress and anxiety may knock, but you've got 5 keys to open the door to calm. Here's to your wild, precious, peaceful life. Shine on, friends. Shine on.